Welcome to Drovers TV, the latest offering from Drovers, America's beef business source. I'm John Hamilton.
And I'm Terry Apostle. Thank you for joining us for your cattle industry news.
We have a packed cast today, and a little later we'll have a very helpful expert tip, so be sure to stick around.
Let's see what else is on the show.
We visit Colorado rancher and scientist George Seidel at Rabbit Creek Ranch.
We find out how harvest and storage issues are affecting hay quality.
And we learn about adding value through age, source, and process verification.
In this week's Ranch Management, we visit Dr. George Seidel's Rabbit Creek Ranch near Livermore, Colorado. Dr. Seidel raises Angus cattle, is a professor at Colorado State University's College of Veterinary Medicine, and a leading expert in bovine reproductive physiology. His crew is busy with estrus synchronization in a group of heifers to test a new method for timed AI.
So today we're doing a project along with the faculty at Colorado State University on new methods of synchronizing cows and heifers. So the idea is to have a technique that works both for cows that are cycling and heifers that are cycling, or that are not quite cycling but maybe can be induced to cycle. So we're trying to put those two processes together at the same time. So it involves putting in a cedar, so that's a progesterone releasing device in the vagina, and having that for a longer period of time than is normally done. But we're trying some new tricks by injecting GnRH in the middle of the cedar process instead of just at the beginning.
With his ranch just 30 miles from CSU campus, Dr. Seidel's experiments also serve as an outdoor classroom for animal science students.
One other important part of this is we've got a lot of students involved. We've got graduate students working on their master's theses. We've got undergraduate students helping, and that gives them some experience with these kinds of experiments.
In our next cast, we'll return to Rabbit Creek Ranch to see how the project is going as the crew processes cattle for artificial insemination. We'll also follow up with Dr. Seidel in future webcasts to see how the experiment turns out.
Hay quality can make a big difference in the nutrition of your cattle, and while several management factors can influence forage quality, harvest and storage are key steps in protecting its value for livestock nutrition. In this Drover to Drover segment, John Deere hay and forage specialist Jim Buchs explains how his company's balers intended to maximize hay quality.
And we built a machine that can protect that crop from damage as we're trying to harvest it and make it into a storable, usable feed source. Starting with the pickup, that's the first place the crop comes in contact with the baler. And we've added this new roller baffle, which helps adjust to the ever-changing windrow as the field conditions change and crop to crop changes. So that protects that crop from being damaged as you're trying to feed it in the baler. And we feed it in, and we're able to control the crop very well with these diamond-threaded belts. This has been used by Deere for many, many years. I mean, it goes back probably 20-some years of using this type of design. And that keeps us from thrashing that crop and knocking off those leaves that can be nutritionally valuable to feed those cattle and keep everybody at a lower feed cost.
Jim also says the baling and wrapping process can affect how well hay bales retain their quality during storage.
We want to put net wrap on our bales. Net wrap protects it from the elements, the rain, the snow, the wind, and even the sun and some of the critters that might be out there and landing on bales. And so it lets it stay in the outdoor environment over a very extended time without very little depreciation or deterioration of that total form and shape, which is valuable, and the nutritional value of the product it's protecting, that crop.
We head over to Sims Cattle Company, managed by Scott Sims, his son Shannon, and other family members. It's an 800-cow Angus-based operation on 22,000 acres near McFadden, Wyoming. Today, Scott describes some of the family's management and marketing strategies.
We've been retaining ownership on our calves for the past, probably 10, 15 years, and it's something that has worked well for us. Gives us a pretty good handle on our genetics, and with us, I think we're going on 36 year of AIing our cow herd. So we have a pretty good control of what our genetics are and what direction we need to go with them.
Over the last couple years, market volatility has made retained ownership more risky. So Scott says the family has made their marketing plan more flexible to spread the risk.
What we are doing now is we're selling some of our steer calves in the fall of the year, taking some heifers to the feedlot to finish, and then keeping our younger calves, some of the calves that were born in May, early June, overwintering them, and then either go to grass or selling them in the spring, whatever looks like the best marketing potential.
The Sims family has worked with the Wyoming Verified program for the past 3 years to provide age and source verification on their cattle. Shannon says the program has really helped their bottom line.
Starting in the feedlot, I think 3 years ago was the first year we source verified those. And I believe that year it paid us $25 to $30 a head just to have those source verified. The following year, about the only money we made in the feedlot was because of the source verification. And then this last year we sold steer calves and went into a video sale and no reputation, nobody knew the cattle to speak of, and we still managed to get a pretty good price. The guy that bought them was strictly looking for source verified cattle.
John Henn manages the Wyoming Business Council's livestock and meat marketing program. He says it provides age and source verification through Ag InfoLink's USDA process verified system and includes options for independent third-party verification of a never-ever natural claim and a health claim of BVD PI free. This year, the program offers a new marketing claim.
The newest one that we've come out with this year, starting, is going to be a calf nutrition verification program, basically verifying the production practice of a pre-weaning, 45-day pre-weaning or a 45-day post-weaning calf nutrition program, utilizing organic sources or chelated trace minerals in that nutrition program.
Shannon says his family plans to participate in the nutritional verification program, seeing it as one more way to build on the reputation of their cattle.
It's something that appeals to us because we're already feeding minerals that time of year. Throughout the entire year, we feel that it's worthwhile for us reproductively to go ahead and do that. And our success with age and source verification kind of proves that these audited programs can add to our bottom line.
You can read more about the Wyoming Verified program and Sims Cattle Company in the article Calf Nutrition, the Next Value-Added Attribute in the May issue of Drovers or on drovers.com.
Cattle theft is a serious problem around the United States, and the poor economy coupled with high cattle values has led to an increase in theft. For our expert tip this week, Todd Firkins, the livestock marketing manager with Bayer Animal Health, tells us about a new service to help producers protect against theft.
Cattle Watch is an important initiative that Bayer has just recently embarked on. It is a national repository, if you will, or an aggregation of all the cattle theft information from across the U.S. As you mentioned, cattle theft has been on the rise. There's been over 6,000 head of cattle stolen recently in the state of Texas in last year alone, which is about 3 times more than normal.
Todd says CattleWatch.com is an information exchange between producers, sale barns, and law enforcement agencies, including regional alerts when thefts occur. The site also offers practical information on how to prevent cattle theft.
Prevention is critical, it's paramount, and I don't know that we can ever prevent it entirely. Sure. But if you can follow some simple guidelines, which are on that website, it does mitigate the opportunity that thieves have to steal the cattle.
Thanks for that, Todd. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak with Drovers TV.
Well, this brings us to the end of another Drovers TV webcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
If you missed any of our previous episodes, be sure to get caught up in our archive.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks with more of the industry information you need. Until then, take care.